You don't ask for what you need because you're considerate. No, not because you're broken, because it worked. It made you easy to work with, easy to love, easy to keep. And now you feel this low-grade tension in every relationship that used to be simple, not because of communication issues, but because of training. And if you stay with me, I'm going to show you the cost of that training and why it shows up right when things should feel stable. If you're new here, welcome to The Educated Survivor. This is the channel for people who function exceptionally well under pressure and feel strangely unsteady when things calm down. If that's you, subscribe. Let's continue. I work with high-functioning adults, leaders, operators, founders, who don't have interpersonal chaos on paper. Their relationships look fine, but inside, there's friction. Not explosive conflict, decision drag, delayed resentment, a quiet sense that you're always adjusting while other people don't. I'm a doctoral candidate studying stress adaptation and behavioral regulation, and I've lived this pattern personally. Here's the confession. For years, I believed that not needing much was maturity, that handling things internally was strength, that asking less made relationships smoother. No, that's not quite it. It made me smoother for everyone else. You believe asking for less makes relationships healthier, and it doesn't. It makes them less accurate. Here's what you do. You edit the request before it leaves your mouth. You decide it's not worth bringing up. You tell yourself you'll adapt faster than they will, and you do it automatically. At work, at home, with friends. That's not flexibility. That's removing data from the system. Relationships regulate on feedback, and you're starving the loop. And here's the cost. People respect clarity. They tolerate ambiguity. And tolerance always degrades first. You didn't become low need. You became low resolution. You learned this somewhere. And if you're honest, you didn't learn it from a book. Here's my second confession. I learned it early. Be impressive, not inconvenient. Be easy. Be efficient. Be the person nobody has to manage. Now, watch the pattern in your own behavior. You make the request, and then you immediately reassure them. It's not a big deal. Only if you can. Hey, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Your mouth is saying request. Your body is saying retraction. And this is where we name the villain. This behavior is socially rewarded. Corporate systems, productivity culture, the version of adulthood that quietly worships the person who never needs support. You think you're avoiding burnout, but you're not. You're prepaying relational debt. And the cost? Eventually, people assume you're fine because you train them to believe that. Internal summary, you didn't hide your needs. You taught others not to look for your needs. You call it independence. And it looks like independence. It photographs so well. Here's what you do. You solve the problem before anyone notices it exists. You adjust your expectations instead of renegotiating agreements. You manage disappointment silently. That's not independence. That's unilateral regulation, meaning you are doing both sides of the relationship stabilizing work. You're running the emotional operations department for two people, and the cost shows up in places you don't expect. Attraction drops. Respect erodes. Not dramatically, incrementally. You didn't become strong. You became invisible in the areas that matter. Here's the cost you feel, but you rarely name. You start getting irritated when people don't anticipate your needs, but you don't say anything because you trained yourself that needing is extra. You withdraw slightly after agreeing to something that you wished you wouldn't have. Not a big withdrawal, a millimeter, just enough to make you less present. And later, you replay the conversation and rewrite what you should have said. That's the tell, because resentment is delayed boundary enforcement. The cost? You become less generous without noticing. Not mean, just rationed. You're not bad at relationships. You're underreporting reality. Let's reset orientation. This is not about becoming demanding. It's about becoming accurate. Accuracy is what lets people respond to you, not your performance. Here's the leverage point, and it's not what you want it to be. You keep thinking the leverage is, say the thing. Sometimes it is, but the bigger leverage is what happens before you say it. Notice how fast you decide you're fine. That's not assessment. That's reflex. And the reflex has a job. Remove friction immediately, even if it costs you long-term respect. So, here's the move. Pause before self-adjusting. Not to perform courage, not to launch a speech, just to catch the impulse to disappear your need. Because every unspoken need trains people how little care is required for you. Leverage starts at the point of suppression, not at the point of speech. When you stop doing this, things get quieter. You will feel the urge to soften the request, to add disclaimers, to manage their reaction. And I want you to notice something slightly absurd. You're not asking for a need. You're trying to make sure they don't have a reaction to your need. That's the part that's exhausting. The reframe is simple. Let the system feel the data. Some relationships recalibrate. Some reveal their limits. And that's information, not catastrophe. Accuracy selects for respect. Performance selects for convenience. Hey, if you want to keep working on you in between now and the next video, start by clicking right here. This video, I know you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to keep you on your way, on your self-improvement journey. If you want some help applying this to your life or your business, check the description below and go ahead and book a coaching discovering call. It's a call where you and I will get online together and we will decide if me working as your coach makes sense for your situation. Clicking that link in the description is the first step to decide if structured coaching is the right fit for your current goals. So take all of that in mind. Think about everything we said and remember this: you are not broken. You are trained. Now, go find some peace.